Pastor Tuck, actually. How you guys doing this wonderful day? I hope that some of y'all got notice of this. We're doing a walk into the city because I need to get some supplies. I need to get some food. Need to get some stuff like that. Samantha, quit pulling. All right. So what we're doing, I was supposed to be interviewing Rastaman, but he don't want to be on camera, and I found out why, which I don't care. It doesn't bother me. I'm not going to judge him, but I can understand some of the things that are going on. What's up, Chris? Nice to see you. But anyways, we're just going to have an open talk. You guys can ask me anything you want. Now, Sam, quit pulling. All right, so yeah, we're almost to my neighbor's house. Him and I have been walking and talking. He was on his quad, and we're walking and talking. Like this, honestly, like yeah, I really like chatting with him because he when I first met him though, he made me a little nervous. But now that I've gotten to know him, I have nothing to worry about. You know, it is what it is. But anyways. Oh, yay, walk and talk. Yes. So once we get past Rasta Man's place, because I got to worry about his dog. So I'm going to, so I'm walking down the rocky part of the hill. Well, you guys can see it. So this is the worst part of the whole road right here. Like, if you're driving a car, this is the worst part. This is what separates, like, if they develop this road, you'd have so much more traffic. More people would be coming this way. So I think it kind of acts as a deterrent. So, but we are doing our walk and talk into town. I'm wore out. Sam was part of the reason why I didn't get any sleep last night. I got some sleep, like 3 hours sleep last night, if that. But that's all I got. And I'm running on 100% energy. I don't understand why. I don't get it, but I am. So I'm going to tell you, I'm probably going to crash hard today. But I do got to get, some things done. So, we'll see. But anyways, my brain isn't working. I'm pretty much, I've never worked myself this hard to where like I can't even think straight anymore. Like if you listen to my words, do you carry pepper spray? No. I don't carry anything on me. I do need to probably get me a knife, but that isn't going to really do me much good. You know, I wanna see if I can ask my buddy if he could make me something that is unregistered or something along those lines. See if he will, if he can make me something just for my own personal protection, because I'm not going to use it on anybody. But I want it there as a deterrent. So, you know, maybe even take some time and practice with it. But I think that being out here, I'm going to have to look at getting a pew-pew. It's just going to be the way it is. It's not that I don't feel safe. It's just that everybody else is carrying. And with everybody else carrying, you don't know if you're going to come across somebody that's volatile and probably shouldn't have one. So you should probably have one on you yourself. It's kind of the way it feels like. What's up, Matthew? Have you been to Trade Day in St. John's feed store? No, I have not. But I probably should make it. That's like 15 miles from me. Let's here's the thing. To get outside of Concho, I need motorized transportation. Okay? So I need motorized transportation. That's the main thing. Because I mean, like 15 miles and stuff, I need to be able to go there and get back. And quite frankly, I'd rather go into St. John's and do my grocery shopping anyways. So I think the cheapest thing is you can get one of those things off of like, well, you probably can't get it off of Temu anymore, but they had those little 50cc motorcycles, and that would be pretty popular around here. at least for me, because I mean, I could go get what I want, put it in my backpack, and just kind of go along, and I could go in and out of town, and I could be back in under an hour, you know, because, well, I could probably be back in less than an hour and a half, and, you know, I'm going further, getting more and stuff like that. It'd probably make things a lot easier on me if I did something like that. But my main priority right now is to focus on raising enough money for raising enough money for what's it called, raising enough money for to be able to fix my roof. That's going to be the main thing. But I'm beginning to wonder, Sam, quit pulling. So at least until we get past Rust, man. So see you, dog. I see no dog yet. Well, yeah, she's right here. I'm keeping her on the leash until we get past Rasta, man. Okay, have you been to, okay, yep, good idea. Doug and Stacy OffGrid had a follower custom make a knife that's worn around the neck. I did not know that. 15 miles is a long way. 15 miles is a long way on foot. When you have motorized transportation, it's not a long way. 15 miles is a day's walk. You know, if you don't want to run yourself into the ground, if you don't have a lot of food, you can't waste a lot of energy. That is the minimum you should be moving. If you're like, let's say that you're bugging out and stuff. Okay, so let's say that you're bugging out. What that means is you need to plan to move 15 miles a day, because 15 miles a day doesn't exactly ruin. Doesn't actually like take out a lot of calories. So like if you did 20 miles or 25 miles in a day, because you could do that on a road walk real easy. It's not hard. I mean, your feet are going to be killing you, but for the long term, it's actually pretty good. So with a walk, if you stick to about 15 miles a day, it's probably like that sweet spot where you don't burn excess energy just to make that few extra miles, because in a lot of ways, you got to do a cost-benefit analysis when you're walking. It's very important. And the reason why is because if you're using 1,800 to 2,000 calories a day. Okay, so the way that I've heard it go about calories, what is your weight? Okay, so if you're 160 pounds, you need about 1,600 calories a day. If you're eating 1,800 calories a day, you're going to come out at 180. Well, that 1,800 calories a day is based upon somebody who is 6'1", and their ideal weight is 180. All right, so the calorie diet doesn't make sense until you bring that into the equation. So if you are, let's just say you're 160 pounds, you're under 6 foot. Let's say you're even 170 pounds. So you need 1,700 calories a day just to breathe and to do a little bit of puttering around the house. That's how much energy your body uses without you even really doing much. Because that's what it costs to think. That's what it costs to breathe. That's what it costs to move. That's what it costs to use the bathroom. That's what it costs to be able to process all that food. All the calories that you're eating, at least the first, let's say 1,700 if you're 170 pounds, is all going towards sustaining you. Anything over that would be considered excess, and that's how we're getting fat. So on and so forth. Or we're not exercising to let it process. Like, you can have a high fat diet. I did while I was out on trail. Did me great. It kept my legs from going crazy and all this other stuff. Sam, over here. It kept my legs from going crazy and all this other stuff. Anyways, this is just when you're on trail. So if you're going to go 10 miles on with a 40-pound pack on, you're gonna burn about 2,200 calories. Okay, a lot of it is because the muscle that you're spending to be able to move along. So as because your muscles are using a lot of that energy, that's where that extra 2,200 calories comes from. Okay, so if you walk 15 miles a day, you're going to be using probably about 3,500 to about 2,200 extra calories, depending upon what it is. Now, they say on average that a hiker to do 15 miles a day needs 4,000 calories. Okay, a man needs 4,000 calories, a woman needs 5,000 calories. But you know what? Women are more built for hiking than men are. Men are more built for, short bursts and all that other stuff. Okay, so, but Samantha, no. Hold on, guys. What's going on, Russman? Huh? I'm not filming you, dude. Dude, if you're gonna get aggressive with me, are you gonna seriously point a gun at me? You're seriously pointing a gun at me? All right, I'll shut it off.